into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh. Break it down, James.
Oh, animals.
Break it down.
Animals. Yeah.
Start scratching this.
Welcome. I'm back, everybody.
Yay!
I'm back. With my peeps, I'm back. You're watching the Zoo After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV, and this is episode 7 called Sleuths. Say that 5 times fast.
Sleuths.
And he said it 5 times fast. And we're here tonight to bring you this episode that was actually a really good episode. We got some backstory, we got some revelations. I didn't get any gore, but we'll get through that, of course.
Amazing episode.
Yes, it was. I'm James Lott Jr., of course, and I am at Black Hope LA on Twitter, and it's BLAKHOPE LA. And I'm with two people who I missed them last week. I wanted to reach through the phone screen and join you guys.
We missed you too.
You were here in spirit.
I was.
Well,
I
you
was
were
commenting on the
I was in the
chat
chat room.
room.
All the chat peeps, thanks for talking to me and watching the show and always watching the show and sharing it. And great, we love that, of course, on YouTube and on iTunes. I am here with the lovely girl who always figures it out, Jordana Morfin.
Hello, everyone. Jordana Morfin. Jordana at Jordana underscore Morfin.
You know, and the guy who makes me laugh all the time, and I don't know if that's good or not.
That's
Cameron
a lot of
Lewis.
pressure. Hey, everybody. Cameron Lewis here. At The Only Cam Chef, Twitter and Instagram. Use the hashtag ABTVZoo. We are on the YouTube chat right now.
Yes, he's looking at it, so we're going to say some stuff.
Tell us your comments on tonight's episode. We'll read them out loud on the air here on AfterBuzzTV.com.
Yes, and I'm wearing a theme shirt today, kids. I couldn't find a bear, so I'm wearing a wolf.
No defiant
very nice.
people.
No defiant people. But they're changing. We found tonight. They're changing. That bear didn't have it earlier either, and he had it later. So we'll get into that even more deeper. So this episode, what do you guys think overall, this episode?
We found out a lot of information, and I think we were just waiting for this episode.
We
now
were.
we know a lot more.
Yes. About the characters. Some character development, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of character development.
Yes, a lot.
I was happy everybody was together this episode,
Me
too.
too.
We didn't
Me
have
too.
like this split groups.
Me
and,
too.
like, Mitch wasn't like in a shopping mall when they were all together.
I mean, Mitch was in a makeshift hotel or makeshift like lab.
No.
Yeah, this time. What's going on?
No, he was not, which is good.
Yes, it was good. So I'm glad they were together, and they all came together and had a plan. It was like old school, like coming up with a heist or something. It was great. And actually, we only stayed in really one city.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Paris.
Paris.
No more Rio.
No more Rio.
Gang coming after you.
So I thought it was kind of funny is it started out at the end. Mm-hmm. Well, close to the end, and then they went back. They said 42 hours earlier. So we see Abe, Chloe Jackson, and some guy.
That we had no idea who he was.
Never saw him before. They know who he was. And they're in this underground tunnel. And they hear growling. Now, I don't know about you, but if I hear growling in a tunnel, I'm like, I gotta catch an Uber. I'll see you later.
You're going to catch an Uber.
I gotta get
So you're
out of
going to
here.
wait 5 to 6 minutes for the car to show up.
No, I'll be out front. I mean, I'm not gonna be in the tunnel. That's what I mean. And they call an Uber, and I'll see you guys later. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wouldn't go in the tunnel to begin with.
Me either.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
No, not a tunnel person. Jordana and I are like getting the Uber before we even get to the tunnel.
You saw me.
Yeah, no,
I was freaking out. I was like, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen.
And of course, we had to go 42 hours back, and then we catch up later. So they're in DC. That's how they start out. And Jamie's the aftermath of shooting a man, which was Agent Schaefer. She's kind of like trying to deal with that, which I would feel.
I feel bad for her because she's obviously freaking out and she's paranoid that she's gonna get caught.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool how they're doing that whole fake passport for
Yes.
her.
Well, again, the guy had no name, of course, just some guy, some sleazy kind of guy, and he got more money out of Chloe to get a fake passport, and her name she chose is Nancy Armstrong.
Mom's
I
name.
like that.
I like that.
It's a great name, isn't it? It's a great name.
I thought it was like it sounds like a mystery novelist.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. I didn't think about that. It's like,
good
it
name.
does. It does. And it was her mother's maiden name. That's how she chose the name, of course. Poor thing. She shot somebody. I'd be crazy if somebody, I'd be nervous I had killed somebody.
I'm still so happy about that, though.
Me too.
I was happy how she didn't hesitate with that last week.
Yeah, I know. She was like, bye.
Boom.
And then Jackson and Mitch are looking at the mother cell. So they decided they need proof. They need proof that this mother cell is the source of like everything that's happening in Riding Global's crap.
Yeah.
And making the animals do whatever it is they're doing. I know. So what they find out is they have to go to Paris. Of course, that's where Chloe's from, so we know that. 4 Eurasian bears. I was like, I know bears.
Which is a great name for a band, by the way.
That is a great name.
4 Eurasian bears. Yes.
What would they sing? What would they do? Would it be heavy metal? Would they do pop?
I think pop, but it'll be like a, I don't know. Maybe a little country twang in the pop.
Ooh.
We'll find out. We'll bring the group together. We'll bring them on next week.
I just didn't know that they could be. I mean, again, as those of you know, and someone actually tweeted today to me about my idiocy in the animal kingdom. I didn't know that bears could be Eurasian. So it's a biracial bear.
I didn't even think of that.
Isn't that funny? I was just like, aren't they either European bears or
Asian bears.
Well, aren't Asian bears pandas? I don't know.
Eurasian bears. Obviously not.
Yes. So I thought that was very interesting.
Or what if it's like an Asian bear and a European bear
Mixed together. They were just brown.
I just see them and run away.
Well, there's that too.
I don't
They're so
like.
cute,
I'm
though.
So cute. They are
Fluffy.
cute.
They are,
babies.
but like.
So were they babies?
No, I just call them babies. They're like little baby faces, but they're big giant bears.
Got a couple comments
Yes,
real quick
please.
on the YouTube chat. Sylvia Love says hi. Welcome back, James.
you,
Jordana is so
Sylvia.
funny.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, she is.
Not
Thank you,
even trying-
Sylvia Love. Shout out to Tater Squad. Hashtag Super Bears. Hashtag Watch the Crows. We had that one.
Oh, yeah, I always
Gross.
go like that.
Aaron Vaivach says Mitch is a traitor. We'll get into that in a few
I
minutes.
was thinking that too. When I saw him
Yeah.
call, I was like,
Yeah. Hi, Tater Squad. You're always in there.
Tater
Good.
Squad.
Tater's in there. Well, yeah. So I mean, so they were being studied, and then they went off, of course, and 3 were missing, and 1 was in hibernation. So, we learned that what a sleuth is.
pack of bears.
There you go. I love learning.
much terminology.
I love this.
I know,
I didn't
it
even
is.
know.
No, seriously, this is like National Geographic for me.
I would love to be around in those conversations, like when they come up with the terms. Like, Jordana, what should we call a group of bears?
Like
And they just end up going with it.
like a murder of crows.
Yeah.
I heard that.
The
A nursery
bear
of raccoon.
scat.
The bear scat is
Scat.
it's poop.
Yeah.
James.
I knew scat from nursing, so I knew. I didn't know. I knew that was a term in nursing. So yeah. So I knew that. But so it's a pack of bears. And they usually pack together. They go together. But this is the first weird thing they went. 1 went this way and 3 went that way.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to how Mitch knows. So he calls this man.
Yes, who we find out his name is actually Clayton Burke.
Right. So how does he know that he has
That was a
I
weird-
don't think he knows him. I think it's just
No,
like
not does he know him, but how does he know that he has medicine for it?
Yeah, that was a weird thing
he just
too.
he works for a company. It's
not Rating Global, then?
No, I don't. Well, I don't know.
No, it was Rating Global.
Because he wants the mother cell.
Right, but the thing was, there was a scene missing to me. Like
Yeah.
it was like all of a sudden.
It did kind of seem like there was
Yeah.
a scene.
Did you guys
missing.
feel the same way at home? It was kind of weird. It was like all of a sudden
Yeah.
he made the call to the assistant
Yeah.
to
Maybe
say.
he knew.
Yeah, maybe he knew.
know.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Which means maybe
I don't
some
know. I feel
backstory
like-
of that coming up. Maybe.
I feel like it was just like a hey, I know that they want the mother cell. This is Rating Global, and he
Yeah.
had gone through all these trials with Clem over
Oh,
the
yeah.
years, so he
Yeah.
probably just knew that this was a drug in trial
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh,
that had been
okay.
successful.
We find out what she has. She has Glazer syndrome.
So these
Glazer
pills
syndrome.
can take it away.
Apparently.
Yeah, in 3 months or something, right?
But she's too young for it.
She's too young for the trials, but he's just like,
Get over it.
like
Wants to do it.
She'll
Let's
grow
do it.
like an endoskeleton like the bears then.
it's like
Never know.
You really never
Yeah,
know.
you really
either an endoskeleton or she'll fly, extraordinarily high like the bats or something.
or communicate very well like the lions.
With Henry,
That would be an awesome side effect.
like Dr. Doolittle.
Speaking of Henry, I wonder what happened to Henry.
like Dr. Doolittle. Talk to the
yeah.
animals.
Side effects of this medication and
You
may
will talk to-
include really effective communication.
With
What?
animals.
With animals.
With animals.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't want to know what my dog Scrabble's thinking. I'm sorry. Because he gives me looks sometimes. I know he's telling me off. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to hear you telling me off.
Quiet down.
Yeah. Like, that's okay, Chihuahua. That's fine. So basically, we found out she has Glazer syndrome. She's had it for 7 years.
Yeah.
All these trials have happened. He couldn't get her in because she's too young. And he's just like, I'll give you the mother cell if you give me the pills. You got 48 hours.
I just don't believe he's going to give away the mother cell.
Well, homeboy thinks he's a traitor, so I don't know.
I think he does. I think he
so?
does give it away.
Just because for his dog.
If he gets to that point.
Yeah.
Well, wait, can't they break down the mother cell and he gives some away
Maybe.
and keeps some?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he'll show up with like a cheese grater or something and just, here's a little bit.
Here's a little for you, a
Give me
little
the
for
drugs.
you.
Yeah.
Or a hammer and chisel and just like, here's a piece for you, a piece for you.
The only
Everybody gets a mother cell. You get a mother cell.
bit
You get a
for
mother cell.
everybody.
You get a mother
He
cell.
recruits Oprah to give it away.
Yes.
I think it's interesting that like everybody, if that indeed was right, in which it stands to reason, because they're looking for the thing. But it's interesting that like everybody in that company seemingly knows, okay, we need to get this mother cell back.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal to them, apparently.
It is.
I thought it was okay. Yeah, it's a piece of the pie. We should probably get it back at some point. It's a big deal.
No, it is.
But why do they need it? I'm confused. Don't they already, all their products already
I guess
have
to
it, right?
continue.
Just
To continue it,
it?
probably.
Yeah.
To grow.
They keep saying it's the source. It's the source. So maybe that's
Okay.
They need it for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
This is interesting. The Slacker Elite on the YouTube chat roll says Mitch found out about this from the download
Oh, okay.
of the computer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That, I didn't think about that. Makes
Yeah.
sense, though.
There were so many files.
Thank you, the Slacker
Oh,
Elite.
Yeah.
I think there was a scene where he literally goes, "Oh," like or something. He looks at the screen. I think there was a scene of that actually. Wow.
Yeah. So you keep those comments coming on the YouTube chat.
So I could
We're
have
looking at that right
sneezed or
now.
something at that point. I don't know. Who knows during that scene?
Yeah.
Maybe
I can see that.
Yeah, me sneezing or that scene.
That's
Both.
Both.
Yeah, both.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So basically, once again, it's like they have this every other episode. They have to get stuff from an animal that's seemingly knocked out.
This part was
Yeah,
awful
okay.
for me.
Jordana was like,
I was getting anxiety just watching that bear
Yeah.
sleeping, but not sleeping because I knew he was gonna pop out at any second.
yeah, by the way, I'm not okay doing that with human beings.
You're right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's terrifying enough, let alone a 600-pound bear.
You can even see Abe's face was like, "Really? You want me to?"
Oh, it was
swallow
like, yeah,
his
he was
mouth?
like, he wouldn't say hell no. He was like,
Even
next.
Abe, who's like the size of the bear,
Yeah.
because he's like
Yeah.
this big, strong guy. He's like, no, I'm not doing
It's like,
that.
that's crazy talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Well, they keep trying to explain to us that that they do move a little bit
And yeah,
as protection during hibernation. I'm like, I don't care if they move, a centimeter. I'm like, no.
Yeah, imagine like getting the swab in there and all of a sudden it's like,
bites your arm.
then I'm like, God! Punch it in the face, run away, call an Uber. Jordan and I are out of
You're
there.
out of there.
Gone.
I think the bear probably catch up if it wakes up and catch up to you, Uber. And that'd be it. You'd be dead.
don't know.
You'd be dead.
Are bears fast? Or are they like
think that they're
slower?
some-
What was,
Somewhat
well,
They're fast.
are they fast?
Oh, I
wait,
heard
we're like
something.
everybody knows. Like we heard some noise. It's a
Yes,
bear.
it's me.
Oh, okay.
Alexis?
Are they?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
They can
Okay.
run as fast as a car.
Really?
Yeah, I
That's
think anywhere
scary.
between 30, I mean,
Okay.
don't quote me on it, but 30 to like 40 miles per hour, some crazy shit like that. Like, I'll have to
Oh, okay.
double check.
They just seem so heavy that you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, they're kind of like, well,
I guess not.
never mess with a bear.
Yeah.
I am going to quote Alexis on that.
Yes. So basically, they're taking a blood panel of the bear, kind of looking for like a chemical fingerprint. So they need a DNA sample also. And so yes, that scene where Abe is trying to get in there, and there's like some teeth action, and it's just like it's moving a little bit. Oh my god! But he gets it.
Not okay.
But he got it though.
He
Not
did,
okay.
but like, at what cost?
Well, I also noticed that the bear didn't have out-defined people at that point.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, I looked it up. Top speed for a California grizzly is 35 miles per hour.
Wow.
What?
Yep. Just looked it up.
35?
35 miles per hour. It's top speed.
That's ridiculous.
Even 20 miles an hour is fast. I mean, like I mean.
Yep.
Freaking 10 miles an hour is fast.
Yeah, I
like-
know. I'm like,
By the way, everybody, it's Alexis Torres.
we love
right
Alexis
there.
Torres. Yes, we
Hey,
love her.
Alexis. Thank you for
She's
that.
on many other shows as a host, but she's also an extraordinary engineer.
Yeah, I just, the Defenders of Wildlife has a whole thing about wildlife, and they have a bunch of facts about grizzly bears.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yep.
Got some comments on the YouTube chat.
Yes.
Tater Squad agrees with Alexis. The bear's coming up to 40 miles
What
per
up?
hour. And fact, They both agree with fact. Tater Squad also says, I bet Raiden wants to build an army of animals. That's an interesting theory.
Ooh, that's a theory.
That's interesting.
That's a very terrifying theory, though.
That is. Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Why would they want to do that?
Yeah, why would they want to do
right?
it? Because they come after humans. So what would be their
To go after other pharmaceutical company? I don't know.
Do they just want to kill everyone off?
and beat the other ones
my
alive?
What?
Well, that's
Oh
weird.
man! But then they would be killing off their customer base.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
don't think that. Yeah. It's possible.
yeah.
It's certainly possible.
A little Animal
They're
Farm thing
evil.
going on. They're evil. Obviously, they're evil. And Jordana doesn't like them. She does not like them from the very beginning. You don't trust them at all. I know, girl.
Especially if they hurt Henry. I'll be very upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't mess with Henry.
Aw, Henry.
He's so cute.
He's a kitty pie.
He's gonna go bad. What was that?
Don't start.
You're going to be bad.
He's gone downhill.
It's good. No, don't do it to
No.
her. Let Jordana have her moment. And then when it happens on screen, it'll be crazy.
Okay.
So Jackson and Chloe walk into some meeting. We're just like, okay, just speaking French. We found that Jackson can speak some French and understand it. Who knew? And he tells them basically what's going on. He get a little motivated. And we find out that the guy in the beginning of the show, that we didn't know who he was. And I think you called it or you called it.
You
It was
did.
You called it.
For once, I called.
I know.
something.
Usually it's her.
know.
But you called it.
Usually it's Jordana.
I know, but you said you saw a look in like how Chloe was acting at the head of the table, and this guy was talking. It's her ex.
Who slept with
Oh,
her
yeah,
sister.
I'm like, who's
Who are these people though?
I don't know.
Do we know?
He's a civil engineer. We find out.
But we don't know like why
No.
they walked into this
I didn't.
meeting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They walked into it with that warning too. which
Sure
is-
did. It was
Yeah.
like,
Hey. Okay. Whatever. Bears.
here's the
you
deal.
said.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
the deal.
Here's the deal. Who the hell are you?
You're right.
Here's the
No,
deal.
here's the deal. Don't worry about who I am.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Yes. So they kind of walk in. We find his name is. Now my French ain't that good, but I'm gonna try it. Jean-Michel.
Oh, God.
Michelle.
Jean-Michel.
Give us that one more time.
Jean-Michel.
Wow.
How's that?
I think that was quite nice.
Thank you. I try.
Wow.
So we find out that's him, and he's the one who slept.
Jean-Michel.
He slept with Jean-Michel.
Jean-Michel.
Slept with his sister, which ties in the whole storyline from the very beginning.
Dude.
Yep.
And you worked with her, kind of.
They're all
Loving
related some weird.
situation.
Yes.
I did not like when they walked out of the meeting when Chloe's introducing him to
Yeah.
Jackson and he's like expecting,
yeah.
a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Like I understand that's what you do
Yeah.
when you greet
Right.
someone,
Right.
but
Hello.
you were really expecting that from Chloe?
Yeah.
What?
Hello. You
And then
did
he's
her
like,
wrong.
hey, call your sister.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously, you slept with her. You call her. I'll fax her one day.
Faxer.
Seriously.
Yes, I thought it was kind of.
Jean-Michel.
I thought it was kind of rude that he was like, "Yeah, call your sister. You're the only family that you have." And she said, "I love when she said this. She should have thought it before."
Yep. I was I want him off.
I
thought he was gonna
know.
die. That didn't happen.
In the famous
It
words,
was like, he
Cut
needs to
him
go.
off of
Yo,
the show.
well, I was saying
Chloe,
that
shoot him next.
she should the sister should. There you go. Chloe's sister should have kept her legs closed. That was her
Whoa.
sister's man.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
All around bad thing. I
It's
don't know
all
who I'm more pissed off at.
Also,
The
when
wife.
we see Chloe looking at her wedding dress, I'm like,
Man. That
was
wedding
just
dress.
sad.
I'm sorry.
That was an
like-
ugly wedding
it was,
dress.
It was. Thank you. I was going to say
It was
I'm
awful.
like. I know it wasn't really the part of the scene, but I was just kind of like, that dress is ugly.
it was so like.
It was old.
Wow, you guys are
old and
mean.
plain.
No, but it was
Her
old.
sister slept with her fiance, and you're going, "Hey, the dress, wasn't worth it.
Well, I mean,
Wasn't
come on,
worth it.
girl. I mean,
Your sister saved you from embarrassment if you had to wear that ugly
See,
dress."
there
It's
you
not
go.
even that it was like ugly. It was just so like.
it wasn't flattering.
It was really plain.
Yeah.
And it didn't really look like a wedding dress
No.
either. You're
Yeah,
just like, it's
I
a
guess,
dress.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's
yeah,
a wedding
wedding
dress, but
dress.
you were just like,
I was
really,
like,
Chloe?
eh.
Chloe's really pretty too. You expect
She
her
is
to
really
look
pretty.
so like elegant. in a
Yes,
wedding
I
dress.
agree. And her apartment, talk about the bomb. Like, where's she living in
Yeah.
Ferris?
Yeah.
It was like long and just rooms off
wanna
to
go
the
to
side.
Chloe's house.
I know. That kitchen was cute.
I'd
Her
fight a bear.
patio.
I fight a bear.
I'd fight a bear to go there.
She had wine, so I was like, I'm right there.
Oh,
I'm a good old wino.
yeah.
So I like the glass of French wine. Can you imagine?
Ah,
And who cooked? 'Cause they were making food. Who
go
cooked?
there now.
Jackson.
Jackson.
And
Jean-Michel.
I think all of them were.
Jean-Michel.
You think he wasn't there? Do you think Jackson was cooking?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I saw him and Mitch in the kitchen.
It looked good. The food looked good, whatever it was. I was like, I was getting hungrier. Me and Jordana were hungry.
The Slacker Elite on the YouTube chat says, "Hey, just because he slept with her sister, that's no reason to be impolite."
Wait, like impolite towards him?
I disagree.
He's awful.
But thank you for your comment.
With a name with elite in his title, I can see why.
Yeah, Tater Squad said the guy should be killed by the bear.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Tater Squad agrees with Jordana. Keep those comments coming in the YouTube chat.
That's so funny. I love it. I'm sorry. He deserves to be punched in the face. I'm sorry.
Well, at the just forwarding a little bit.
Yeah.
At the end, when Chloe says, be good to my sister. Boom, right in the face.
She was smiling when she walked off. Mm-hmm.
I guess that was good enough.
That was kind of well. She's showing she is kind of a bigger person. So to the guy, the elite guy, she kind of did at the end show that she was just like, okay, just be good to my sister. I'm gonna let it go now.
Yeah,
she has something better out there for her.
She has a purpose.
Yeah.
She has some stuff to do.
That's right. She has a job to get done.
Well, part of the storyline I thought was really cool is they brought back on Delavanne, I guess, who's her boss.
Yeah.
And they had 2 conversations. Well, 2 conversations. And one of them was he had to try to make her choose between her kind of new family. There was a lot of family stuff going on tonight. New family or her job.
When he said that to her, at first I was like, is she really gonna betray them?
I thought
I was
she
freaking
might.
out a little bit. I was like, I feel like she's the kind of person who wouldn't want to lose her job.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
and like she
way.
has that mission in mind.
But without them, she wouldn't be able to complete this mission. So she really can't, turn.
But I think also on a side note, she does kind of feel connected with them.
Of course she does.
There hasn't really been. I mean, the only thing I'm really surprised, there hasn't been any infighting or anything. No. Like 2 girls haven't pulled hair out or nothing. I mean, it's been really been civil. It's like no Real Housewives of Africa or anything. I mean, it's just they're totally getting along. Everybody's like getting along.
Thankfully.
I like them. I like them as a team.
Yeah,
they
me
work
too.
well together.
But now Mitch is throwing a wrench in it, so
possibly
there's going to be stuff going on.
We don't know what he's going to do exactly. He may have a backup plan. He may have a plan that we don't know about, where he gets the cure, keeps the mother cell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's what I'm hoping.
He's kind of tricky.
He is kind of tricky.
Yeah, he's kind of tricky. You don't know what he's going to do next, kind of guy.
Yeah.
Where Jackson's more straightforward, Abe is straightforward. Also, he's kind of like, oh, I'll do whatever I want.
Speaking of Abe,
unpredictable.
Yes, unpredictable. Thank you.
Speaking of Abe,
that's actually that's the next part I had sitting here. What a wonderful scene! It finally happened for us. Finally,
we did. We found out more about Abraham.
Yes.
My oh my!
Yes.
What a horrible situation.
How do you say his real name? Abdullah.
James Lott Jr. Give it to us.
Abdullah. I don't know.
Abdullah Balagan.
There you go. Abdullah.
Jean-Michel. And was it Jean-Michel?
Can we not bring him up?
Oh, snap. Jordana.
Right. Abdullah Balagan. That's his real name. And yes. So Nancy, this part is really sweet.
Yes.
Jamie, who's now going by Nancy, they're talking about that and how is her mother's maiden name.
I hope they don't start calling her Nancy though, because
no. And Abe are outside with a glass of wine each.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like talking a little bit, and it's and finally we've been waiting for this. So should I tell the story briefly? Folks who don't get it?
Yeah, go for it.
So when he was 13 years old, his parents were killed. Yeah, his parents were killed. His younger brothers, Malik, Kalim, and him were taken by the army, which I didn't write down the name of the army. Did you write it down?
Mm-mm.
It's like United Public Army or something. And
they got taken by the bad army.
And he was forced to prove his loyalty. I mean, this is so horrible. It's so like Sophie's Choice. He had to pick between one of his brothers to kill. He had one gun, one bullet. He had to choose between one of his little brothers. It was so crazy. And they were showing this in flashback, of course. It was kind of interesting. And he chose neither. Because he knew if he killed one, the other would still be...
He'd be turned into one of the bad guys.
So he chose neither, and they both got killed.
What would you do if you were in this situation?
Call an Uber.
Call an Uber. Get me out of here.
I have no idea.
It'd be same here. I mean...
I think this is what makes him such a great person.
I have a couple siblings that could go, but I mean... That's another story. Did I say that loud on camera?
Is it your mom watching?
My mom, hi Benita, you watching? She knows which siblings I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Sure.
Renji 90998 says Abraham's past was tragic. Renji on the YouTube chat says Abraham's past was tragic and sweet. Yeah, I agree. It was
I
both
agree.
of those things.
It was both of those things.
And then he took her in. Took Jamie / Nancy.
The best.
It was like he said, he goes, I'm protecting my family now, and you're part of my family. And there was little tears in her eyes. And I got a little misty.
I want to be part of his family.
Me too. He is the man.
You know what?
Is the man.
Speaking of family, be a part of our family.
Yes.
Subscribe to the iTunes podcast. How was that for a transition?
I like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Subscribe to the iTunes podcast. Search for us in the podcast app. Download it, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, comment, let us know what you think of the show. And while you're there, check out all the other shows we do at AfterBuzz TV. There's plenty of them. We each do a couple more. It's great fun.
Yeah, we all do a bunch.
It'll pop up on the phone. It's a great little thing to do. Become a part of our family. America. So I was happy to see this thing. Yeah, we'll be right back. I was happy to see Jamie be taken into Abe's like under his wing. It was so nice.
Now maybe it's just me, but I saw a little chemistry a little bit.
I did
Like
too.
Beauty and the
I did
Beast.
too.
Like Beauty and the Beast.
Between the two of them, and then also Jamie and Mitch.
It's just so
Yeah.
hard
Yes,
to
I know.
understand who I'm still
Will end up.
this love triangle going
Yes.
on. Like, is Jamie gonna end up with? Maybe they're not even gonna end up with each other.
No.
But
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my head, I'm like, Jamie's gonna end up with Mitch. But then this episode, I was like, well, Abe was kind of soft and sensitive towards
Yeah.
her.
And there's been a little Jamie Jackson at one point, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's Chloe Jackson and there's Chloe Mitch. We're hanging out for a little bit. I mean, it's just funny because I think when Jamie walked back in later to check on Mitch, it was kind of like, she's like, I can't
See,
even check
that's
him.
why I was
Yeah.
like,
I know,
I see something
I know.
there.
What do you guys think? Who are we shipping? What are you talking? Who are we shipping?
And he said something too. He
Come on, girl.
referenced Mitch said something. I don't know. It was like something that was kind of flirtatious.
Yeah.
But not.
Oh,
really.
when he had like a scar, he's like, yeah, no, it's hot.
Hot.
There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
what
There you
he
go.
said,
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm doing science. Yeah, it's hot. Gonna betray you all.
He didn't say that.
But he said that when Jamie came back to check on him. So I was like,
Me too. I saw. I mean, like you said, maybe none of them will end up with anybody, but it's feel like there's this chemistry abound.
Yeah.
Tater Squad again. Tater Squad, active commenter
Come
on
on,
YouTube
Tater,
chat.
you tell us.
Thank you so much.
I love tater tots.
Says Abraham is Batman.
That's what I said last time.
Yeah, you did say
That
that
is
last
what
time.
you said last
I
time.
agree.
Yeah.
The Slacker Elite says you want Abe on your team for sure, and Renji says I thought more brother and sister.
Yeah, I can see
No, I
that
can
too.
see it too, Renji. I can see that.
I see, Abe and Jamie have a brother-sister relationship going
Yeah.
on.
I can see that, I guess. But if they went the other direction, I wouldn't be upset.
I wouldn't be upset either.
I would.
You upset?
Nah,
You would be so
no, I
happy.
wouldn't be. I would be a little happy.
You like
you
Abe.
would.
You
You
like
love
Abe.
Abe.
Yeah.
Come on, admit your love for Abe.
I kind of want Abe all to myself. And that's so bad.
All right.
Who doesn't want Abe?
I want Abe. Sure,
There
why
we
not?
go.
So the great scene. So we got some backstory finally about how he he escaped 5 years later and he went on his own. So that's that's why he's so close
God,
to.
it was a hard
It was
story.
a really hard story and the flashbacks and everything. Okay, so then well, they basically need to come up with a plan because they're eating food, drinking wine. They got to figure out a plan to get into the European offices of Ride Global.
Yeah.
To get files.
Yeah, and there's an office in Paris. So convenient.
Yes, so convenient. Mm-hmm. And what they need though is and this is the part that it was kind of smart the way they did. I was wondering how they're going to do this. They needed somebody with facial recognition.
I was confused on that when they were talking about it. I was like, how is that going to happen?
So they can get into and they've actually figured it out. It's kind of a clever way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'm always suspicious when people hold their phones in front of me now. Though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was especially because if it's flat.
It's like,
When you're
Sorry,
like this.
everybody
so
listening
my
to the podcast.
calendar
right outside.
says.
Yeah.
Also,
you know.
It's like, let me check my calendar. Hang on. Let me
Look over.
Just looking at the calendar.
Right.
Just gonna.
To the left.
What, Jamie?
It's
What?
like,
Left or right? Just gonna check February.
Yeah.
Is that it?
See, I feel like Jackson was not very good at that.
No,
whole
it's kind of
being
funny.
discreet. Like,
Yeah, it's like.
I
Yeah, not
I
at all.
actually thought the guy was gonna say, "Are you like taking a picture?"
I
of
did
me or
too. He
something?"
looked like he
Right?
was about to.
Because he was like looking at him kind of strangely.
Because he was holding it. That's like choking.
was, like,
Because he was
holding
holding
like
it
this,
weird,
yeah.
just like he wasn't moving his fingers. He's just like, I need to look at my February.
Yeah, let me check my calendar device.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but obviously it worked.
It worked.
And there's a little bit of tension there because like the security guard was like just looming around and knew who Chloe was, so that's why she couldn't complete the mission. And
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed that scene. That was kind of it was a lot of fun. It was like they were all in tandem working together. Mitch was like, they really did it.
Jamie freaked out.
Yeah, I
In
know,
the end, when
I
the
know.
security guard came towards her, she was like,
I would have too.
"I would have too."
Yes.
That reminded me of like when you're taking a test and you see the teacher walking
Yeah.
through, even though you're not cheating, you're like,
Funny.
oh my God. So
damn
that
you.
would stress me out if I was in Jamie's situation, knowing I'm like stealing from this company. And somebody's
So I'd be stressed. Of course, be stressed out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, Abe to the rescue.
That's right, of course.
Even though nothing happened,
Right,
but
right.
he was
He's
all
still like,
for
yeah.
it. Go for it, yeah.
I'm coming after you.
Now, I would think it'd be a little weird seeing this giant black man in a suit just standing there.
All of them were just so random.
Yeah, it was
just
so random. Like
standing
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, I mean, like okay, but he obviously they didn't go after him, so that's kind of good. So Mitch, meanwhile, at the house with nurse whoever she was, because she didn't get a name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She just was there helping out. With
I
the
thought
kid.
she was about to attack him or
Me too.
something.
I know.
She was standing so close. She's like,
Like the nurse was
So-
on attack.
"That was the DNA look."
Okay, you're gonna freaking me out
And
a
it's
little
like,
bit.
I'm gonna look at it. It's fine. And she's like, tell me, does it look different than it should? It's like, okay, lady, back away.
She looked confused.
You and the bears are coming after me.
She looked confused.
No, but I don't think she was trying. I didn't think she like. Yeah, I can't.
I don't
get it
know
out.
how you think she's gonna attack.
Yeah,
I was
I
just
know.
kind of.
Rewatch it. I'm like, okay, this French woman is going to go crazy.
Well, the bear went crazy, and that's how we learned.
I felt so bad for Mitch.
That it grew an endoskeleton.
That was weird.
Yeah, what?
He's like, and just the needle breaks,
Yeah, that's a tough bear.
and that bear that was scary.
So I'm just all these bears are turning into have
Like
human
tanks.
shells.
Yeah, like
I
human
mean,
shells.
turtle shells.
The
Turtle
bats are
shells.
flying.
Turtle
The
shells.
bats are flying high. The lions are communicating. There's stuff going on. That's what's so funny. They each have their role. Like that's what it is. Each of the animals have their set of animals have their role.
So pretty much we're
God, it
doomed.
stresses me out.
oh yeah, you're doomed. Yeah, you're doomed. The dogs have their thing.
So
and-
what
You
are
know what? I
yeah.
want to know what the goldfish are doing.
Yeah,
Like, what are they possibly doing?
they haven't talked about fish at all, did they?
No.
They haven't got to the sea.
I want see. I've been
shark or
expecting
something?
like a whale
Yeah. Oh
or
yeah.
a
How
shark.
funny. They haven't gone there, have they? Wait, still I'm waiting for my monkeys.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag watch the monkeys.
Hashtag watch the monkeys.
Give me an ape or something. Gorilla.
Something. Throw us a bone here.
I'm just like, where is they?
Yeah.
Like crazy. Okay, so the bear actually has defiant people at that point and breaks out.
Yeah.
This gets a little mauled,
And
but he's
boom.
fine.
Bust through the window.
He's like, move out of my way.
Get out of the way, folks. I'm gonna get out. And so, but meanwhile, Mitch put a tracking device. There's a tracking device in him, so they can kind of follow him. So everybody else goes out to follow. They find Jean-Michel finds.
That name makes me
Alicia.
cringe
I know it
every
does,
time.
doesn't it? It's slimy. Well, it is slimy.
He's slimy.
He is slimy, and he gets that bear. But they find a dead man, of course,
Yeah,
mauled
yeah.
to death.
And he's been there, right, for a while.
Like you said, a couple days.
Ooh.
Ugh, like smelled.
Not a good situation.
No, not at all. And so then it leads them to where?
The beginning that we saw.
The beginning. It comes all around.
So what? Wait, I wrote this down.
All right, tell me.
Fort de Chot. I don't even know how to say
Fort
Châtillon.
de Châtillon?
Yeah, Châtillon. That's where they were at, right?
Yes. That's why my French is like
So
good,
is it just like a fort
Just like
that
an old-
leads
probably,
down?
yeah. There's just
tunnels?
hundreds of miles of tunnels underneath
Oh, okay.
Paris.
Yeah, they said it was like from the 1840s or
Yeah, that
something.
makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. Or somewhere. Don't quote him, 1840s, but it's somewhere.
And these bears are hibernating,
Right.
tricking
In
like,
summertime.
See, that's the point we were making earlier with the sticking the swab in the mouth. You don't know that
Right.
they're not tricking you.
Well, what was the name? Max tricked
Right.
them. The bat tricked
Yes.
them. They're all tricky. They're sneaky.
Just saying.
And the thing was, and he said that there's two types of hibernation. Again, learning is wonderful. That there's the one that they hibernate all season to save resources, and the other one they temporarily.
Yeah, what was that one for though?
They wake up. It's just
just like
they're just like, all right, I gotta chill,
For a
digest
little
this
bit.
pasta,
Right.
and I'll wake back up.
this pasta.
The Tater Squad said that goldfish will blow your head up with their mind.
okay.
I completely agree.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
gosh! And says Slacker Elite says when the insects start, that's when it's time to worry. I
Oh,
agree.
no,
I agree.
I don't. One time, I had a gigantic bug in my room that I saw from
No.
across the
End of
room
story.
That's
in
it.
the dark.
Don't even
End of
say it no more.
So I'm just saying anything. I mean, that's crazy talk.
If spiders come out, I'm gone.
No, yeah.
Guys, see you
We'll
later.
see you next time.
I don't know if I can continue.
No way.
Yeah. So, but anyway, there's a scary part. They have a standoff. in the tunnels. They get in
bears.
there with the bears.
So crazy.
By the
Again.
way, my favorite thing in the show so far with the bears is when they punch humans.
Oh yes, they're like,
It's just like, what's up? It's like, what?
we deserve
So
it.
funny.
I'm sure we deserve
Back
it.
up.
Yeah, so that was kind of, but it was a scary part because again, Abe.
I was just pictured in my head because it's so true. It's
They
not
were
like they
like-
try to attack it. They just like
Look at these big slap
just
them.
slap them, and that's
Yes.
it. Interesting.
Yes, it was like that. But it was great that that Abe once again in a scary situation, but him and his best friend
Superman.
Jackson,
Of course.
work it out.
Rafiki.
Rafiki,
Him
you
and
said it.
Rafiki,
You said
they
it
work
today.
it out.
They work it out because the first one, we see he had to get in the back, and then take 2 darts to take him down.
Yeah.
Then the other one started charging at him. They got going kind of fast. So if you look at that bear was kind of fast. He's like, "Come here, bear, come here," and then he got
In the
him.
back, yeah.
2
and
again.
then, what's his name? I don't even remember his name. That's why he's not
Jean-Michel.
important. Yeah.
Jean-Michel.
Starts to run like a little baby.
I know. He said, and he tell you. Plus, I learned this before. And this one thing I
Don't
did
run.
know: you don't run.
Yeah. I like how Chloe said, like, when they were in a relationship, she was the one who killed the spiders.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's telling,
So
isn't it?
true.
Telling you something.
Yeah, that's telling you
Yeah.
something. So I love that he ran, and of course the bear was going to come out.
Yeah.
I thought his arm was getting eaten off at
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Yeah.
too. I thought something happened, but it was just a scratch, right?
Yeah, he's alive. I know we're all sad. The human's alive. See, again, I root for the animals. We all deserve it. We all deserve it.
Well, this man in particular deserves it.
He did.
Yes, yeah, he did.
He did.
So.
When you're bad, you deserve bad things. Not in real life, but this thing.
And then
So-
we see Mitch talking to that guy at the end.
Well, before we get to that, we find out something really big. And that is the bear's DNA is changed within 6 years.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's really interesting. So it's
Yeah.
it's changing, and so he tied in. He goes the endoskeleton, the bats flying enormously high, the lions communicating with each other. It's like they're making evolution happen sooner.
With the mother cell.
Oh, so yeah, I remember you said
it's
something.
speeding up the mutation.
Yes,
Speeding it up.
that's crazy. So it's like that's why I said they need to find a way to reverse it,
Right.
slow it down.
Yeah.
because apparently they're going fast.
But what I am very confused now too is when Chloe meets up with
Delavane.
again,
Yes.
and she's explaining this whole situation,
Yes.
and she's saying how a vaccine would
Yes.
come upon this. What I'm confused. Are you trying to vaccinate all these
Every
animals?
single animal on Earth.
I don't know.
Like that doesn't. If that is what
They'll
they're trying
probably
to
do it like the spray or whatever they.
Oh, okay.
like
the
that's
endocrine
which
or
they
whatever
get-
it was
which-
called.
Endo.
the Xanax on it.
The medicine.
Yes, the medicine, which is crazy because remember that one in Rio, it would kill everybody, kill
Right.
everything else.
It didn't though, right?
It didn't.
It didn't even harm.
Yeah.
It didn't do any.
Well,
had
then
no
again,
effect
they
with
haven't
the
mentioned
bats.
it, so I don't know.
No, they didn't mention it. But yeah, so we find out that they're looking for a what they're saying.
Tater Squad
Tater
is on
Squad
a
is
roll.
on
Go on,
fire.
Tater Squad.
Tater Squad says Teenage Mutant Ninja Bears.
there you
That's
go.
right, everybody.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what's
that's what they are. That's
happening.
what they are because they had little baby faces.
Yeah.
They were young, but that's a really good point now. So now we got a point of reference, and she chooses her team.
Yeah.
Chloe says, "I'm going to choose I'm not giving up any of my team."
Which is smart.
It's smart.
I'm with her.
So basically, we got to find out what this mother. Well, and then Mitch meets up with the guy at the end, which is Clayton Burke. Clem has Glazer syndrome, and he goes, "You have 48 hours to give me the cure."
Give me the stuff. And then he's like, hey, well, how do we know you even have the mother cell? And he's
Right.
like, well, I'll be back.
No,
Give me the
what
stuff.
does he say?
I'll be back.
Is that what he says? I'll be back.
He didn't say I'll be back. He
Expect
just
a
goes,
call within 48
hours.
hours. Figure it out.
Figure it
Yeah.
out. That's how he just say I'll be back. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Do it. The thing. And then walked away.
Yeah,
Mitch is getting bold, man.
he is. What's his daughter now? We're talking
Yeah.
about.
I think he just feels really bad at this point too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you
Oh.
know, after the last conversation he had with Clem, and she was kind of not even interested in talking to her dad
That's right,
too. You know,
yeah.
he was like, "Oh no."
More
But with
motivation.
the stepdad she has, I mean, why would you want any other dad?
Shout out to stepdad.
His stepdad, it was Justin, right?
Best, yeah, Justin.
Stepdad Justin.
Stepdad Justin. We hashtag
A model
stepdad
father
Justin.
for everyone.
Yep.
So we got now. So see everything's coming together now. They're seeing that the animals are evolving faster. The mother cell has something to do with it all, and it probably is the cure also.
The mother's.
Something in there. You're
Yeah.
saying you take pieces out of it or whatever to concoct a
That's
vaccine.
what. Oh my God, Evan
Evan.
Lee
Evan
Yeah.
Lee.
expected too, right?
Right.
Ugh, that scene with the eye, but
Yes.
nothing happened to him.
No.
Gah.
Maybe he did it the wrong way.
Maybe.
But, that's what he thought, too.
That's what he thought. See, it's back to that eye thing. Okay. So it's kind of crazy. So, do we have any predictions at all? Because we didn't get a chance to see the next week at all. We didn't get a chance to.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV
Jordana, go.
I still think, I can't say his name. Jean-Michel is he's gonna get attacked for sure. He's gonna die.
So he's not the last we've seen of him?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay.
We're gonna see him again. I feel like he's gonna want to talk to Chloe again. Like he's kind of like, oh, I miss her or something, and then I don't know. He's gonna die.
Okay.
I think we're gonna see one of these couples that we're pitching. I think we're gonna see them, or shipping, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, shipping.
I think we're gonna see somebody act on that.
Mitch and Jamie, my prediction.
Next week.
Ooh, that's good.
Mitch and Jamie?
Yeah, I don't see the whole Jackson Chloe thing going yet because the interaction with Jamie and Mitch is a little bit, a little bit more.
I agree with you on that one. And my prediction is going to be that, what's my prediction?
What animal do you think is coming out next?
Oh, next? Okay, so I'm trying to think. Okay, so
the monkeys.
I want the monkeys so bad, but I think actually it's going to be something like snakes or lizards.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because they can get inside things.
Oh, God, snakes. Oh, jeez Louise.
And that's another edition of the wonderful show on CBS
what a bright
Zoo.
night to end on.
This show is so stressful for us as we watch it every week.
Stressful.
And as we talk about it every week, I need a drink afterwards every single week. But we love the show. We love that you guys are watching us. Where can they find you guys?
You guys can find me at Jordana_Morfin. Where can we find you?
You can find me at The Only Camshaft, Twitter and Instagram. And you can find Jordana and I on the Clipped After Show.
Next.
Right after this.
And of course, you can find me on all the interwebs, of course, under James Lott Jr. or the Super Organizer, any variation of that. But tomorrow night, I'm doing 3 shows tomorrow night.
Right.
4 shows.
Ooh.
A Spotlight On with an actor from Days of Our Lives, Playing House After Show, Impastor After Show, and ending it all with the Lachey's Bar After Show. All here on AfterBuzz TV because I love just being here all the time. Thank you for watching us. We'll see you next time. We'll see you on the interwebs. Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.